said maybe your best play of the day was a kind of picking up I don't know if it was a blitz, but picking up a pass block on the touchdown pass. Can you kind of walk us through that play?
Yeah, we knew we were going to take a shot there, so just important for me to stay in and block. And the O-line, they did a hell of a job all day. So it's my job, if I see color in the A gap or B gap on especially those shot plays, I got to help. So I mean, you play good team football, and it's the same way. Robbie scores a touchdown. It's the same way. First play, Robbie throws a big block for me. So it's just good complementary football, and that's what it's going to take to keep growing.
What did you think was your best play?
I don't know. I have to check the tape. Fired up about a win, though, that's for sure. And there's a lot of room to grow. I know offensively, we got the guys who are going to come in tomorrow hungry to get better, and I think that's the most important thing right now.
This was obviously for Sam, debut for you guys, but also playing against his former team. Can you appreciate kind of that human nature element of it? And he's a pretty even keel guy anyway, so he probably doesn't get too high. But what do you think this meant to him?
Absolutely. Anytime you play against your old team, that's real. So we were fired up, and he led us the whole game. And like you said, he's poised, and he just shows up and does his job. And fired up that he's our quarterback.
Christian, you mentioned complementary football. The defense played so well, and right before Robbie's big play, Yetur had to tackle for loss on 4th and short. Just to be able to capitalize on those big moments from the defense and kind of pay them back for making a big play and then scoring makes it easier for them. What does that do for this team?
Yeah, that's what it's about. There's going to be highs, there's going to be lows, but we just got to focus on the next play and do a better job in the red zone, obviously. And when defense gets a stop, we got to do a better job for those guys who are working extremely hard to go out there and put points on the board. Not field goals, but touchdowns.
Christian, how would you describe kind of your lead up to the season? Because you go from not doing anything in preseason games. Obviously, you have practice, but right away 30 touches in a game. How do you kind of testify to your pre-season ramp up to the season and how you prepared for that?
Yeah, well, we practice really physical. We had 2 joint practices that were pretty physical as well, and I think it's important for me to, have a little contact before the season just to get used to it. So I think, we did a good job of that, and then just our recovery staff and everybody on board there does such a good job of keeping us all healthy. So it's just about taking it one day at a time and doing everything you can to get better.
How did it feel to be back out there for the first time in a while?
It was amazing. Yeah, it felt awesome just to be back out there with the guys and to get a win. It's been a long time, so we're fired up and ready to move on to the next one, but we'll celebrate this one right now.
On the last play, your last carry, Christian, where y'all sealed the game, can you sort of describe what you did there?
We knew that if we could get a first down there, we were just going to kneel it, so it's important to not run out of bounds, keep the clock going, and so we can get in victory formation.
Christian, was there anything you saw out of Sam this week that kind of told you that, because he is an even-keeled dude, but that you saw this meant a little something extra?
I think Sam, I've never seen him different, and I think that's the biggest thing for us that we see. Since OTAs, he's been the same guy. He comes to work every day, and he's first one in, last one out guy, and that's the kind of guy you want, leading your team. So we're just lucky to have him, and I know right now he's going to go back to the drawing board too and get ready for this next week.
Christian, everybody sees the big plays you make out of the field, but when you make the plays that everybody doesn't notice, like the block, how much time do you still work on that part of your game, and satisfaction do you get out of that?
Yeah, football is the biggest team game in the world. I get a lot of satisfaction out of that. Those are the fun plays, because like you said, sorry. Those are the plays that are fun for the guys, because we all see all the work. It's the same thing as DJ or Robbie, one of these guys throwing a touchdown block in the end. Same way you get an offensive tackle who's leading up in the safety, and you got a fullback. You got so many guys who never get recognized that we work as one unit. 11 guys, and that's the most important thing. So I think football is the biggest team sport that gets a lot of individual attention, but you can't have one without the other.
Christian, are you prepared to touch the ball 30 times a game for 17 games this year?
Yeah, feel ready to roll.
There's a lot of lead up to today, and OTAs for you might have come long because of the injuries last year. And I asked Coach Rule this: was there first day of school vibes? Were you nervous coming into the day? How did you feel right before the game and last night?
yeah, I just try to be the same guy every day. I think that's the biggest thing, and treat every day with a sense of gratitude. And anytime you can step on the field, whether it's practice or a game, you can't take it for granted. And I think that's the biggest thing is practice really hard, practice like it's a game, so that when game day comes, you feel prepared and you don't get too high and you don't get too low.
Last one for Christian.
I think I saw your mom here. What was it like to see her again on the sideline, give her that game hug?
That was awesome. I have a great family. I've been very fortunate. And anytime one of them get to come to my games, I get really excited. So I'm always appreciative of them.